This light here is not just there for a cinematic purpose. I'll explain in a bit. I promise it will be worth the wait. Look, I'll be honest, I did not want to make this video. I'm not one for jumping on trends, but over the past year, I've noticed a lot of creators making this type of video. At first, I didn't even watch these, but curiosity got the best of me and I decided to see what the hype was all about. And even though I was already creating and I did not need convincing to document my life, there was something so special in each of those videos from each of those creators that really felt genuine. That was their art coming from their heart, and they were being vulnerable and showing it to the world just the way I do. By the way, if this hit your feed and you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? The button is absolutely free to click on. Growing up in the pre-smartphone era, I was not that interested in cameras. I got roped into it because my brother and dad were enthusiasts. I had a cheap Nikon camera. The model number is now long forgotten. I played around with it for a while, but I did not find much joy in it. But then a few years ago, when I randomly found inspiration, and it's always those random moments that get you, I decided to start filming YouTube videos. There was an itch in me somewhere that I wanted to get out. All my life as an introvert, I was used to more listening and less talking. When I found this creative outlet, I just could not stop yapping. I think that's why so many of the creators that made these document your life videos are also introverts. In fact, I think a lot of YouTubers in general are. You see, no one really listens to us in real life, so we decide to talk to a camera instead and hope that thousands of you out there are interested. Jokes aside, in these past 7.5 years of creating art, I have grown to understand how beautiful this art form truly is. Capturing the mundane and crafting a story out of it, somehow it felt very appealing. And closing a memory into a tangible form, albeit digital in most cases, felt hauntingly beautiful. I don't think many of us stop and think about how photography and everything that falls under that umbrella is actually so magical. Videos are just several photos stitched together, played back at a fast enough pace, selling us the illusion of movement. A real-life moment captured and etched forever, able to be revisited at any time. That's so crazy. How does technology like that even exist? Imagine telling someone before the 20th century that you are able to do all of this and that almost everyone on the planet has a pocketable device that can achieve all of that and more. I admit, in my early filmmaking days, I used to film random shots to make my videos longer. But over time, I graduated into a type of artist who started to notice, so that I can honor this beautiful technological marvel. If a particular moment is going to be captured, then let me at least be intentional with it. Because I agree, not everything should be filmed. Some life moments deserve to be embraced by simply being there. No gadgets. But if you choose the right moments, you'll realize there are a lot of such times which deserve to be captured, which deserve to be looked back on fondly and revisited from time to time. The fact that we have access to such technology at our fingertips, man, don't let this opportunity go by. Just make something. Anything. The secret to getting started is to get started. Because if not now, then when? Heck, no one even needs to see what you are making. You can choose to post publicly, but there's no harm in vlogging your life only for you or your closed ones to see. And since the whole world isn't privy to your vlogs, you don't even have to feel obligated to put in 100% of effort into it. Let your art be crude. Let it be of low quality. let it be unwatchable. But do it anyway. Because these are the memories that will stick by with us. And if you made a little effort to craft such videos, those memories will be so much more meaningful. As much as I have praised these handheld devices, they do come with flaws. In the era of social media, everyone's attention spans are shrinking. So much so that we've started forgetting things easily, even young people. Maybe we're all low-key getting ADHD without even knowing it. That's why I want to encourage you to capture whatever you can as much as you can. You might not remember a meal you had 7 days ago, but you will certainly remember the 7-year-old story behind a particular photograph or video and what it took for you to achieve that. The feeling you had back then. Those little moments that you get to carry with you forever. Plus, documenting your life via a camera can be a more fun, experimental, and creative way than, say, journaling, which could seem like a forced habit to get into. Okay, it's time to talk about the light. So, a little bit of context so that you can understand this even better. So, this is my parents' room, this is my room, and this is my brother's room. Now, given the current situation of the house, my parents are overseas and my brother's friend is here staying with us for a few days. So the house guest, he is staying in my brother's room. I am still in my room and my brother is now occupying the parents' bedroom. And because of how the construction of this apartment is, there's a sort of a vent above me right now. So when the light is switched on in my parents' room and it's switched off in my room, I can see the light seep through. And that's the light that you saw over there. Now this is a light that I saw a lot of growing up because I used to go to bed early because it was school time, right? School days, I used to go to bed early before my parents did. And so I used to see that light every time whenever I went to bed. It meant nothing to me, but I always saw it. And on occasion, I also saw the light going off, indicating that my parents are now going to bed. Now, my brother is a pilot. He flies in and out of the country at odd timings. As you guys know from the previous video, I have started going to sleep by 2 a.m. now. And by 2 a.m., he was still awake. And I saw the light seep through the vent into my room. And since I've been sleeping at 2 a.m., obviously my parents don't stay awake till that late. They usually go to bed by 11 or 12. So I have not seen that light seep through the vent into my room in a very, very long time. And when I saw that light, I was hit with a wave of nostalgia. It was a very brief but strong emotion. And like I said, the light means absolutely nothing. It's meaningless. But the fact that I remembered a moment from my childhood came back to me in that one instant. And I think that's beautiful. And this is why I highly recommend that you document your life, because even if the audience doesn't care about this, I care about it. And one day when I look back at this video and I look back at that light in the video and I explain this little story, I will always have that same emotion that I felt, however briefly it was a strong emotion, and I will always feel that again. And I think there's profound beauty in that. If you're someone who has been on the bench about this and you're willing to start but have this dreaded feeling that everyone else has done it, so why should I? Then let me remind you what I said at the beginning. I did not want to make this video. But seeing everyone's unique version of the same unoriginal concept made me realize no one has seen my perspective on this. And I'm sure that there is an audience out there who's willing to know what that is. Apply that logic to anything else and you're gold. Because then you will be unstoppable. So what if someone else made a similar video? The version you make has not been seen by anyone, and there is an inherent beauty in that fear of the unknown. Create art not because someone may see it, but because art simply exists and yearns to be made. Trust the process, and maybe one day you will stand out from all the other noise. I know firsthand that it's scary to delve into this world, especially when you are posting publicly. And when you feel like everyone else is finding more success than you are, remind yourself that they aren't ahead of you. They just keep pushing forward. Use that as motivation to keep going. And please, don't measure your success by Hollywood or likes and comments or views. Measure it by the impact of your work and dedication. Even if it does not benefit anyone else, it can benefit you. And as far as I remember, you're important too. I hope this video brought you some value, and even if it didn't, I know at least it did for me. And that'll suffice. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.